Good evening, good morning. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz, joining you from the breaking news show in Honolulu, together with eTurbo News, Livestream.travel, and the Hawaii News Online. Today, we're going to go 13 time hours away from us to Europe. We're going to Finland, and we're going to be speaking to Kari Halonen, and I probably pronounce it wrong. He's going to tell me how to pronounce his name. And Kari is about 10 miles from Helsinki, the capital of Finland, and he's the president of the SKAL Club in Helsinki, I believe. Now, for those that don't know SKAL, SKAL is an organization. It's actually the oldest travel and tourism organization. Started, was it 90 years ago, I believe, in Paris, and it's built on really similar to maybe the Rotary Club on conversation on doing business among friends. And it's a global organization with clubs all around the world. We have one here in Honolulu. I actually belong to SKAL, but I belong to the SKAL Club in Düsseldorf, Germany, where I'm originally from. And so you can find people from all over the world. And SKAL, we had a number of guests. We had SKAL in Panama last time. And now we're going to Finland. We're going to hear a little bit more of what's going on in Finland and what's going on with SKAL. Finland has been in the news recently quite a bit because of the Ukrainian war. And Finland wanted to join NATO. And so it has been in the news every day. So everyone now knows where Finland is, but not many people know about the SKAL Club in Helsinki. Welcome, Kari.
Thank you so much, Jürgen, and greetings from Finland. As Jürgen explained, my name is Kari Halonen. I'm the president of SKAL Club Helsinki, and I'm very proud and pleased to be here to present something latest news from Helsinki Club and also related to Finland. So I was having a small presentation, by the way, so hopefully I'm able to show that. Are you able to see that, Jürgen?
Yes, we can see it. Perfect.
So it's not so wintry weather anymore. Actually, we are heading to close to the summer. Finland is famous for these 4 seasons for reasons, very distinctive 4 seasons. And now it's getting like a very springish weather. We have around 10-15 degrees Celsius above zero. Not winter anymore. But because Finland is a quite long country, big country, so in the northern part of Finland, in Lapland, we are still having some snow and snow, not storms, but some snow rainfall. But here in Helsinki area, southern part of Helsinki, we have a really nice spring weather. A little bit about this SKAL Club. As Jürgen explained, the SKAL International is one of the oldest tourism organization in the world, established in 1934 in Paris, as Jürgen mentioned. And Helsinki Club is one of the oldest one as well. One of those first clubs who have had this membership in this organization. I don't know, it's maybe echoes from the past, but Helsinki Club was having really low number of SKAL Club because it was getting that numbers according to when it was established in 1930s. So the Second World War came up, and naturally many SKAL members had to go to the frontier. That time we were having a couple of wars against Soviet Union, and SKAL International considered that Helsinki Club doesn't exist. Perhaps all these soldiers are now, or members are now dead. So we lost that number of 21. And now we have a little bit bigger number, but very proud to be a SKAL member since 1940s after the Second World War finished. This COVID-19 has been hitting us also very tremendously, and we have lost some members due that there's no job for tourism field, or they have been finding somewhere more attractive in other industries. But we are hoping now that the tourism outbound, inbound, domestic traveling will be increased. And we have been seeing also very positive symptoms from that. I have a small chat, or let's say that I would like to share you also this our website, which will show also some pictures and slogans what we have. Perhaps you have been hearing that we Finns are, accordingly to all the statistics, for several years we have been the happiest country in the world.
Wow.
And this video screen,
you
have a
guys
really nice weather here.
Yeah, maybe if I interrupt at this point, it's quite interesting what you're saying, the happiest country of the world. So Finland is going and recognizing the happiness index in a country like Bhutan is doing this?
Yeah, very much the same way, but this has been more taking other aspect as well, like a social aspect, the social security, education. So it's not all that the Finnish people are all smiling and that they are somehow happy all the time, but it means that the ground to create this happiness exists. And in this level, Finland has been voted, and in this survey, coming now 5th time in a row to be the happiest country in the world.
Yeah, and part of our network at eTurbo News is an organization we started. It's called the World Tourism Network. And we have Paul Rogers. He's Australia-based and currently actually working out of Saudi Arabia. We had him on our show a good number of times. We also had a number of panels, and we actually were talking about the happiness index. So it's quite interesting that Finland is part of it. So I would love to invite you when we have another event. We also work with another member in Singapore, Avi. He's originally from Israel. He is working in the happiness field. So that seems to be quite trendy. But so Finland is happy, you said, because of the social system, or why are you guys so happy?
Well, we have been taking that also part of this, how we consider where the survey at least has been finding us as so happy people. But it's also about our connection to the nature. For Finnish people, it's very important part to be of the nature. And we found some kind of energy from that connection and relationship with nature. And this is one of perhaps the one reason for this kind of wellness, what we are considering very important. Like many people know, sauna is a very important part of our image, but also going to the countryside, going to the cottage, balancing this very heavy working life with also going to the countryside. So this kind of like a connection is always there in different generations, what we have had so far. And
you're very much in the northern part of the world, right? So that means, how many hours of daylight do you have in the summer, and how many hours of nightlight do you have in the winter? I guess it's probably more regularly in Helsinki than in the northern part of your country, right?
Well, at the moment, I was just looking yesterday. I'm very southern tip of Finland. Almost, we could say that we have here now already 23 hours daylight, but wow. We are heading to the midsummer time where, especially in Lapland, there is definitely this 24 hours daylight going on. So some foreigners, they like to have like this shade curtains, dim curtains on the windows, but I'm able to sleep also during the nighttime when there's no curtains on the windows. So
but you would use eye shades? You should use eye shades? No?
Nothing. I'm sleeping very well.
That's good. And I see on your pictures here on the left, there's some ice. Are these like, I heard about ice hotels. Do you guys have this?
I think we have several ice castles or ice hotels available, and also igloos.
Igloos, that's what it was. Yeah.
We use this kind of like exotic way of accommodation, and it's very popular, especially in northern part of Finland. But we have a few these kind of igloos, glass roof accommodations also in central part and coastline area of Finland. And average price is around 500 euros per night including
that's
breakfast.
expensive.
It is quite expensive. Finland is maybe not the most cheapest destination. I have to admit that, but anyway, it's something also that the experience what is there involved. And actually, you have to think about that to build up this kind of buildings in the poor nature. It creates also the costs.
No,
Aurora Borealis is one other issue which attracts many people coming, not only in Finland, but in Nordic countries, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland. And this phenomenon we are able to see already in southern Finland part, like in September. But the best, I could consider the best time is when there's no snowfall yet, but around November, December, and later on in the springtime around like a March time. But it's a really nice phenomenon. We have a special like Aurora Borealis tours taking guests to see these fantastic phenomenons on the sky.
So when people travel to Finland, should they book like a preset tour, or is it okay to rent your own car, or you should get a train ticket and go everywhere, or a bus ticket? What's the best way to get around?
Well, we have a quite well established for FIT and group programs. So you can use a public transportation. Our train system is covering pretty much from the southern up to the central part of Lapland. It's not going to the very far, the northernmost points of Lapland, but then we have a bus transportation from there. So either you can use the local DMCs, travel agencies, incoming travel agencies, and booking their tours, or you can also build up your package for the from these service providers websites. So it is capable of handling both kind of customers. It's quite popular to go to the different part of Finland with these group tours, but also as a FIT and car rental. All these international car rental companies exist here in Finland as well, and local ones too.
Yeah, and of course Finland is well connected, not only with Finnair, many international carriers from all the major alliances service Helsinki, so it's easy to get there. And it looks like it's a fantastic place to visit. You were telling me before we started the show, of course, Finland has been in the news quite a bit because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and Finland ambition to join NATO. And this, I think, reflected also your inbound business, right? Because you said you had a substantial inbound business to Russia. What is your neighbor?
Yeah, this has been a very dramatic change. Also in our opinions and attitude, Finnish people used to be very neutral kind of population, and people were kind of also against of NATO alliance. And now suddenly within these two months time, we have been switching on from 30% to 70% pro NATO. So we just a couple of days ago, we left our bidding to NATO, and now our president has been touring together with the Prime Minister of Sweden in United States, meeting President Biden. And we are now looking for that this kind of great time where we have this application in, we are able to protect also our nation. And we have the longest border of all the European countries with Russia, 1,300 kilometers. So this is going to be, when we are joining to NATO, also one fact. But we have had this border since Finland was established in 1917. So we have had a very good relationship across the border. And we have to remember that Russian tourists, Russian visitors were the biggest foreign groups or foreign nationality here in Finland. Around 15% of all our bed nights were coming from Russia. So now we have to build up a new tourism strategies where to find replacement and to cover up for this loss what we had from the Russian market. So it's very dramatic also within this business-wise. That's why, for example, my companies, we are now promoting in Australia, South America, North America, Central America. So this has been a very dramatic change.
No, I can imagine, and of course, it's kind of unfair, I think, to the Russian people, because it's not the Russian people who are in war and doing all this terrible things. The Russian people are, for the most part, nice people. I have a lot of Russian friends, and I find it. I mean, I find it questionable, to cut off Russian people from travel, because as the UNWTO confirmed many times over many years, travel should be everyone's human rights, and it should be a human right as much as it is for a Ukrainian, also for a Russian to be able to travel. But that is just my humble opinion. The reality, of course, looks different, and I don't know if is Finland one of the countries. The president of Turkey has objections for Finland to join, or is it Norway? I don't.
Yeah, that was surprising us a little bit, but it's something what we see, or at least the media has been talking about this mostly, is that it's more the messages towards United States, and the agreements and disagreements, for example, for these military weapons to be sent and some planes to send to the Turkey and all this stuff. So somehow this is also like a inner politics of Turkey, but also foreign policies between different countries. Only thing is now that Finland and Sweden are the targets to make these bargains going on. But I think we are quite calm about that. We are quite sure that it will be happening, so that Sweden and Finland will be joining to NATO.
And now going back to SKAL, you said you're going to have a SKAL meeting today, later on today. So what's up at the meeting? What is your plan?
Well, we have a board meeting today. SKAL Helsinki Club is having a board, and we are 7 members, and we are having every second month board meeting discussing about the development, and especially now the recovery from the COVID, but also recovery from this loss of Russian market, because some of these our companies also has been operating very actively in Russia and with the Russian guests. So yeah, we have this kind of discussion, decision making to create our website and activities, club activities, events, what's going on during the summer and autumn time.
Okay, wonderful. So, and if anyone wanted to join SKAL, whether they're in Finland or anywhere else, they just go to the SKAL website, right? SKAL.org, and then they also find your website?
Definitely, yes. You can find from the official website, www.org.
SKAL.org.
Yes, SKAL.org.
Yes.
You can find the applications to be a member for this organization. We are around 12,500 executive level people having membership on this organization. And if you are interested about sustainable tourism, please join us. We have a wonderful annual competition going on, SKAL International Sustainable Tourism Awards. And winners will be announced in our World Congress this year in Croatia, in Rijeka.
And SKAL, I mean, I can confirm I'm a SKAL member for a long time. I never changed my membership from Düsseldorf, even though I lived in Hawaii for 35 years now. And SKAL is a wonderful organization, and it's definitely for anyone in the travel and tourism and business is important. And it's also an organization for all ages. There's Young SKAL, what actually reaches to those that are starting in the travel industry and are in the process of making a career. And so it's really for everyone who has a social mind, because it's about trust, and you meet friends, and it's doing business among friends everywhere in the world. And when you're a SKAL member in Finland and you come here to Honolulu, you can join our meeting right here in Honolulu. And I think I'm allowed to do the same thing when I come to Finland. I can join you guys when you have a meeting in Helsinki. So you're never alone when you travel.
Absolutely. And you can also ask some offers. If you are traveling here, we can provide you some nice features and discounted or free of charge services. So
Oh, now you're
That's
talking. How do you do that? How do you find out about that?
well, we are able to, you can contact our members or the school board members in the specific destination and asking that you are now coming to the area for this particular time. And then we are delivering the message to all our members, and they can send the offers directly to this visitor, SKAL member visitor.
And SKAL is also going to be at IMEX in Frankfurt. We're going to be at IMEX the end of the month. IMEX is one of our long-year partners, and it's the largest travel industry show for what we call the MICE business. It's the meeting and incentive business. So you find convention centers, hotels with meeting space. So how important is the meeting business in Finland, Kari?
Oh, Scandinavian countries and especially capitals are one of the leading destinations to organize international congresses, conferences. Also, as a MICE destinations, Nordic countries are very, very good. I think that we are among the top 20 cities worldwide in the organizing. And one big thing is that you can rely on what we are promising, we are keeping. We are not perhaps giving the fancy things, but we can keep the budget, which is also very important, and we keep our promises. That's the one very good thing in this kind of business. Yeah.
Yeah, and where in the world can you have a nice meeting and then stay in an Eskimo igloo hotel after this? That's only in Finland, true. Right?
Yeah, that's going to Lapland for 1 hour flight from Helsinki and enjoying totally different kind of atmosphere, nature, and then coming back and enjoying the functionality and the friendliness of local people.
No, we can see this. You look like a friendly guy. And Kari, it was really a pleasure talking to you today. And we hope to hear from you more. Just feel free to reach out anytime if there's any development at SKAL or anywhere else in Finland. We're always here. We're always interested in your update. And for those that are watching us now and you wanted to watch the presentation again, just stay tuned. It's going to repeat every 2 hours. For about a 24-hour period. And of course, you can always go to breakingnewsshow.com and you find all our different discussions we have. And of course, our YouTube goes even further. It goes many, many years back. Breakingnewsshow.com is fairly new. It's only a few months old. And of course, anyone reading eTurbo News is behind all of this. You find links to all our archives on eTurbo News, and also you can watch many of the events live. Well, Kari, I wanted to thank you. How do you say thank you in Finnish?
Kiitos.
Kiitos. Okay, I can say aloha and itos from Hawaii to Finland. And I hope you enjoy your afternoon board meeting. And I hope business is going to pick up. And hopefully we will see you in Hawaii. And definitely I'm going to spread the word so we can send some people who love the snow. And everyone here in Hawaii, I can tell you, we love the cold weather. Because it's always warm here and we want something different. So we're definitely going to consider Finland from our part of the world, and hopefully we meet some of the friends from SKAL in Helsinki. Well, good morning, good evening, everyone else. And thanks again for joining us, and we'll be back soon. Just stay tuned.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.